Hey, welcome. Come on in. A few people have done these, but we thought we'd do a quick one for Wild West. By the way, I'm Rich Rankin. I've been working for Jim since the 80s on and off, and we did the James Tyler Variax together when I was at Line 6. So I've been working for Jim since March, and I'm the new general manager, and one of my jobs is finding wood, so we're always on the hunt for wood. So if any of you guys hear of any wood to buy, you can just email me at Tyler. But we bring in wood. These are necks. We date them. This is like mahogany and alder. Blanks, full blanks. And then we buy spalted tops and quilt tops and stuff like that. Keep it under pressure so it doesn't warp. Pretty fun. Milling machine for doing various little things on guitar bodies and necks, you know, that the CNC doesn't do. You're in luck because this is actually going. So we use it to bodies. In this case, we actually do our returns right on the CNC. And then, you know, all the various same at any shop. We got, you know, thickness sanders, and joiners, you know, various woodworking things. Thickness, cut stuff to thickness. This is our template for drilling the jack. We just did this. Jim just put this together and did it up for doing compound radiuses. So we do 10 to 12 on most everything. This is where we chop up all that wood that you saw earlier, turn it into blanks and measure those blanks, and we have an exacting standard of how light we want it to be. This is a fretting station. A guy named Andy Hicks, who's awesome, and he's the new shop manager. But he does his job. Part of his job is just all the necks, fretting them and shaping them and getting them ready, and we send them over to sanding. That's Jim's bench, the famous bench, where he actually works, because he actually does work on the guitars. It's going to be fun setting it. So this gizmo is, we actually recycle our acetone, which is better for the environment, because we don't let as much of it go into the air or get put into a landfill. So it's just like a still that you would make alcohol with. You put dirty acetone in here and it comes out clean. Pretty great. This is spray booth. We can only just take a quick look because we got a guy working right now, but we'll take a quick look. Go fast. That was the spray booth and sanding and stuff. When a body comes off of the CNC machine, it comes off basically ready to sand. It's really close, you know, so everything's real exacting. This one happens to be one of our hollow guitars. You can see we cut the back and the front, and then they seam together. Pretty fun. So this is just stuff waiting to get worked on, and various things getting painted. That's just all process. Everything's on we're working, at any one point in time, we're working on 36 to 42 guitars, all at the same time in various stages. This is a UV machine. Basically, certain processes we do, like grain filling, we use a UV grain filler, so this instantly cures, so we can get right to sanding it, and it just saves us time. So it's a little bit of an investment, but in the long run it's been amazing. So this is the pickup section of our shop. We build all our own pickups. We're actually working on more designs. Part of the plan of getting Jim doing the fun stuff in semi-retirement is he's got ideas for really cool designs with pickups that we can't talk about, but but it's really innovative, and I'm fired up to see them do that stuff. But right now we make our own, you know, single flow humbuckers, and we're going to be ramping up selling our pickups into retail as well. We're going to get all set with UPC codes and all that stuff, so we can sell them through a lot of different chains and stuff. That's just some of it. The last section is assembly. So we got bodies, you know, waiting to get shielded, and the necks will get dressed and be, you know, be in here ready to go. It's a alien guano matching headstock. Love that. Here's a guitar that we found and we're gonna throw together and put out in the market. That we was just sitting around, and it was like, hey, there might be an LA Rams fan out there. So we'll see. So this is hewn out, and then we do the same thing to the neck, so that when this goes onto the body, those go down into the body, and now it won't move up or down, so you can't whack your neck out. Keeps it nice and solid. Threads, you know, dressing threads. And he'll take that, the neck, sit here and put them together. They go into that rack, and from there Jim grabs them and does all the final setup and works on a lot of the stuff, scraping, binding, and doing a lot of different things, you know. But like I said in many Facebook posts, is my plan is to get up to speed where he can just do the fun stuff, like get set necks into production and bases, hopefully. Because of this, I ended up in bands with a buddy of mine, Bob Hartree. He ordered this when Jim, Tyler, and I were in Jim's garage. He was going to a college in Santa Barbara, and he was a big Landau fan, and he came down and ordered this guitar. So it's literally number 100 and, I think it's, what is it? 136. The 136th Tyler built Studio Elite, you know, with the switches and lead rhythm circuit, mid boost. And then it had a JB, I believe, 2 hot stacks, and a Floyd. So we're gonna put it back together and see if somebody wants to buy a piece of history. Bird's eye neck. This is basically shipping, so you're picking up your guitar that you're going to take with you today, but normally we would put it in a box, and off it goes to all parts of the world. Most people don't order reverse headstocks just because it has a different feel on the string. So like I was just telling you, if it wasn't for this ad in a magazine called BAM back in 1987, I probably wouldn't have met Jim and ended up working for him later that year. He had a guitar shop where he did repairs, but he also was the place for bass, and I was a bass player, and I was going to Dick Grove School of Music where Landau and Lukather went, and so I saw this ad and I went over to his shop when I was down on Lancashire, and later, like I said, later that year I ended up starting to work for him. Steve Lukather. Originally, when Jim took a Valley Arts and put his Jim put his pickups in and preamp and everything, and that led to building the Puppy guitar. So, fun history.